Welcome. This is Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And I am super excited for my guest today. Met him at a networking event probably several months ago. And then I just knew that I needed to interview him based on his story. And so I'm excited for you guys to hear his story and his journey and what he's wanting to do. So I'm just going to jump right on into it. What's up, Chase?
What's happening?
How's it going?
I'm alright. I'm blessed. I can't
Good,
complain.
good. So I'm super excited to have you on my show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yeah, so just tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of, what you do.
24, originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm an entrepreneur. Got a clothing line. It's called Harted. Um, what I've been here since I moved to Indianapolis like 17, 16, 17, junior year. So I've been here probably like 6 years now.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, that's
What made you start? How long have you been doing your clothing line?
like really doing it, probably like a year and a half now. But like the idea of it and knowing I wanted to pursue a clothing brand, probably about like 2 years.
Okay, what
2
made
years.
you want to pursue a clothing brand?
Man, just going through stuff in life in the streets and stuff, and just losing people and being poor most of my life, really struggling and stuff. Just um, I got shot like 2 years ago. So when I got shot, it was kind of like a wake up call. I had a whole bunch of wake up calls before then, but it wasn't really like I wasn't noticing it for real. But
Mm-hmm.
that when that happened, just it set me down and was like, hey man, you gotta change something because next time it's gonna be you.
Right.
You feel me? So I was blessed to make it out of that, and then just being in the hospital, thinking about everything I want to do. I'm like, do I want to keep going down this road and go to
Mm-hmm.
jail or you feel me die like you feel me so many people before my twin and all these other people. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that to my mama. So I'm like, what could I do that make me that'll kind of like embody who I am and everything that I went through. Like, how can I capitalize off that in my
Right.
story and me? And that's what I thought. I'm like, damn, I like getting fly. I like clothes and shopping and all that. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, let me make a clothing brand out of that because I
Mm-hmm.
don't really think about when I think about streetwear. I don't really know no real streetwear brands like
No,
nowhere
you're right.
that come from the street that
Mm-mm.
been in the street, anything that like lost to people or my type of story, you feel
Yeah,
me?
you're
Like it
right.
ain't really streetwear to me, it is what it ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is
Yeah, now that you said it, I can't think of any.
yeah, you feel me?
Mm-mm.
Like
And
maybe
if
like
it
a
is, they may not share their story. Like you had
exactly.
mentioned about your twin brother. Can you? So when did that happen?
That happened 2020 Valentine's Day.
Mm.
2020. I lost my twin. He got killed.
Mm.
Um, he got shot. But even before that, like I've been taking a lot of L's and just seeing death and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So really through my whole life, for real, since like the age of 16,
Wow.
and losing people. But like when I turned 18, I lost a friend too. Seen him pass away. You
Mm.
feel me? So that was like what 16 months, 18, 16 months before my brother died.
Wow.
So it was just a lot of you know death, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And that's hard to handle, especially at a young age.
Yeah, it is. But I ain't gonna lie. Like where I come from is kind of normal. Like it's
Mm.
weird, but
No, I get it.
it's like at that time, like by the time I lost my twin, I was 20. You feel me? And
Mm.
I had already lost a whole bunch of friends before then, so it was kind of
Yeah.
like I felt it for real, but it
Yeah.
like even at the hospital when he died, I didn't cry. I didn't none of
Do you
that.
feel
Like
like you was numb? Kind of
yeah,
like it was there,
yeah,
but it just couldn't come out?
yeah. Like
Mm.
it was like a Tyler Perry movie or something. I was living it, but it was like I couldn't
Yeah.
feel the emotions I was supposed to feel, and I was kind of mad at myself for that. But I'm
Yeah.
like that's when I realized I'm like, damn, like this kind of like messed up a little bit. Like I ain't feeling how I'm supposed to feel. Like it hurt me, but I just couldn't cry. I couldn't do none of that. It was
Mm.
kind of like because I was numb too, but it was also because of all the stuff I had, all the weight I had on my shoulders. My mama,
Yeah,
she losing her
definitely.
mind in the hospital and all that, and
Definitely.
all my siblings and everybody there. So I'm just, I'm kind
Mm.
of just being the man, trying to,
Mhm.
hold everything together. So I couldn't
Yeah.
lose myself in that moment anyway. So
Right.
but yeah, it was yeah. I'm
And
numb to it.
then
I
so
say.
then you got shot, and then someone else close to you got shot too at the
Yeah,
same time.
when I got shot, I had lost a very very close person to me. She ended up passing away too.
Mm.
Yeah, and I tried to save her and everything like that, but mm, can't save her. It's God plan is God plan.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that happened, but that's another reason why I had decided to like I need to change my life around because it's like,
Definitely.
damn, like they not here. I'm here. Like, how did that happen? Like,
Right.
there's been a lot of times I felt like that through my
Mhm.
life. I'm like, damn, like, I guess you kind of say survivor's good or whatever. Like,
Absolutely.
how did I come out?
Yeah. Like,
You
what's so
know?
special about me
Yeah,
for me
you
to
feel
still
me?
be
And then a
here?
lot of people was younger than me, like ain't
Mhm.
did as much stuff as I've done. Like it's just like it's crazy how life play out. So
It is. But you created a clothing line. So what's the name of it?
trench hearted. So it's,
And where did that name come from?
um really I don't know. It came out of
Yeah.
nowhere for real. Cause at first it was supposed to be called Cap or Die because my brother his nickname is Cap.
Mm.
You feel me? So his name is Chad, but we call him Cap. It's a
Right.
nickname.
Mhm.
So after he passed away, I thought like Cap or Die. You feel me? Like as a
Mhm.
remembrance to my brother, and it kind of mean like you feel me? Like get rich, die trying, like go hard or die. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
that's what we on this word to do. Like you ain't gonna go hard at what your dreams is, you're gonna die. Like
Yeah.
there's no point of living. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Basically, that's what I'm saying. But G Herbo and they had somebody named Cap. So I'm like, I
Mhm.
seen they had a little chain that was named that. So I'm like, damn, like I don't know if they might have a clothing brand behind that. I don't want no problems coming up
Right.
in the
Yeah.
future. So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, let me just go ahead and switch it to something else. You feel me? And then like,
Mhm.
cause it embodied what I wanted, but I don't know if a lot of people would have got behind that. So I'm like, let
Mhm.
me try to think of something that's more universal that'll mean something to a lot of people other than just me. And then I came like with something that I can say a name that embodies everything I went through, where I'm from, and who I
Mhm.
am. And then
Mhm.
I'm like, Trench baby. I'm from the hood, so like trenches, 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 hit trench baby, da da da. I'm like, everybody got that. I don't want no
Mhm.
brand name. I'm like trench hearted, like, cause I'm from the trenches, but it's in me though. Like,
Mhm.
it ain't nothing I'm trying to be. Like, it ain't nothing like it's just who I am. Like
Mhm.
everything I've been through, all the losses I took, all the wins I took, everybody who I've been in contact with from a little 1 year old to now. You
Mhm.
feel me? That's who I am. So it's like it's in me. You feel me? And it's like that for a lot of people who come from where I come from. Like it's in you. Like and now I
Mhm.
could be on you because it's a brand. So
Yeah.
you feel me? It's like it embodies the hood, it embodies the trenches, it embodies the struggle that we go through.
Mhm.
And make it out of. It's just saying like you more than your circumstance. You can be whatever
Absolutely.
you want.
And I was gonna say, so what made you? Because anybody in those situations, like I mentioned before when we met, like you've dealt with stuff that people will not ever deal with in a lifetime, and
Hmm.
you was at such a young age.
Hmm.
What do you think made you not go the other direction? Because you could have been angry, you could have been, and people come to that point in their
Hmm.
life, they're affected, they're like, okay, and some people do go out and they
Right.
just ready to just blow the whole world up, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, not,
Nah, for real. Because
it's
I was on
it's a
that path
normal
for real.
feeling,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, cause I had them emotions too. It was,
Mhm.
I ain't, I mean, really, for a long time I didn't know why, but
Mhm.
now, and the older I got, the more wisdom I gained. I realized it was God. Like it wasn't
Mhm.
nobody but God, for
Mhm.
real. Cause like it's a lot of times like I was hitting that path, like at that step. You
Yeah.
feel me? But I'm not there. I'm here.
Yeah.
So it ain't nobody but God. He pulled me
Mhm.
back from that. And then on top of that, there's a lot of my mama, little brothers,
Mhm.
you feel me? Like friends around me, you feel me? Just people that I know need me and love me. And when we die, it ain't really us that's gonna hurt behind it because
Mhm.
we gone. We in a better place now. It's everybody we leaving behind.
Mhm.
So when my brother left me and my mama, that hurt me and her,
Yeah.
like to where she tried to, um, take her life in the hospital.
Yeah.
So it was like I can't do that to her and
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
So that's really what.
I love your spirit. I love your energy. You are so genuine. And your story is going to touch a lot of people, especially at being your age. So I commend you to even want to talk about it because some people don't want to
Hmm.
talk about it.
I appreciate that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, talking about it for me kind of like therapy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, cause I ain't never been to no therapist or nothing.
Mhm.
They tried to do that when I got shot or whatever. I had
Yeah.
one little therapy session. She came and then she never came back. So I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. You feel me? My therapy is my art and what I do.
Yep.
You feel me? But like talking about it is that kind of therapy too because
Mhm.
like it helped me get it out. And that's the clothing brand is another muse for me kind of because it helped me express myself. Like all my clothing pieces is what I've been through, how I feel, what I think
Mhm.
about, like even to down what I'm wearing, like this is a hoodie of me and my brother, like
Yeah.
I represent that every day,
Yeah. I
you
love
know.
that.
So yeah. Mhm.
That's dope. And I and keep doing that. I was talking with somebody the other day. Sometimes people want to support people, but they want them to conform to what they think it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to embrace you all as young people. Like, this is your life, this is your journey, and however you choose to do it, being that support is
Mhm.
just saying I'm supporting you.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, because I mean, that's really like you just said. That's what it need to be. Because I feel like it's too much of people telling you, oh, what you shouldn't do, and you should want to go do this, but then they want to police you and act like they can live your life. But when you find something that you like, they don't want to let you be in your element, and
Yeah.
they if they feel like it ain't good to their standards, or you not improving to where
No,
at they
absolutely.
pace, they feel like, oh, you doing something, you ain't got a job, you da da da.
Yeah.
It ain't. I'm not trying to work to get nothing. It's just I'm not defined by what you think I should be defined
That
by.
part, yeah.
Because whether I had a job or not, or I'm doing this entrepreneur thing, it's the same result. If anything, it's more harder to be an entrepreneur because like you starting with nothing and you can build yourself up to however much you want to be making. But a job, you cap out. Somebody's paying you to make their dream happen.
Absolutely.
You a worker. You ain't making your dream happen. You making somebody else's happen. So I'm like, hey, if I die today, because I know I'm young, but where I come from, you don't know how.
Yeah.
If this my last day, so it's like I live every day like that. So I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and chase my dream rather than going trying to work for another person. And I might die today not fulfilling my dream.
Yeah, I love what you just said because you took what you like because you've experienced so much heartache and tragedy. Like, you seize every moment
Mm-hmm.
because you're like, I may not be here tomorrow, so
Fact.
I can't be fucking around and act
Mm-hmm.
like I got tomorrow because I
Nah, for
don't.
real.
And that's huge. And sometimes we live life like that.
Mm-hmm.
I even struggle with that. Oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. But
Exactly. But who says it's gonna be tomorrow
that
that you
part,
gonna get to? Like
yeah.
you feel me? And that's what I like going through all of seeing the death and losses that I've taken. It made me appreciate life in a way that most people never get to appreciate because it's like everybody you know, from your mama, your daddy, your brother, we all take life for granted. We sit here and we might have a bad day. It might be something start off in the morning. We had an argument with our significant other and we let that drag on a whole day. It's just negative. And then we sit there and at the end of the day, we like, bro, I had a bad day. But why?
Right.
Is it because you chose it? Like, if you want to be happy, people be like, I'm not happy. I'm this. Happiness is something you choose. It ain't something that you just be. You have to choose to be happy no matter what's going on. So a day that you go through being mad or not appreciating what God gave you your life, you don't know if you're gonna have it tomorrow. So it might come a day that God tired of you doing that and you might not be here.
Yeah.
So that's why I just try to be positive every day. I try to live every day like it's my last because I don't know if it's gonna be my last. We don't
And
got
it's
no.
hard to do that. It's hard to
Mhm.
stay, and you do. We all still have those moments,
Mhm.
but we got to remind ourselves and have people around us to remind us,
Right.
Of the bigger picture.
Exactly.
And I had talked with this. I went to George Washington School.
Mhm.
You know where that's at? It's down on West Washington Street.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not
Okay,
from
yeah,
here,
you're right.
so
You're right.
yeah, you feel me.
So I went to
But
that
I know where
school.
you're talking about the area though.
Yeah, I went to that school to volunteer for Career Day to talk to them, and
Mhm.
someone just said, "Hey, you should go do this," and I didn't know what I was walking. I was like, "All right, let's do it."
Mhm.
And I actually interviewed three guys, and they're 15, and one of them, the question he asked me, I thought was interesting. He was like, Do I have to go to college to make a lot of money?"
Mhm.
I said, "Absolutely not."
Mhm.
Because but I thought that was interesting because they push college, they don't push
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, they don't
Yeah.
push anything outside of that.
Fact.
And so they actually want me to come back and speak to the classes more. And I don't think they have an entrepreneurship program. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, there's a need here.
Mhm.
Then I thought of you, like, okay, I need to bring Chase in to be a speaker to talk
Yeah.
to them, because you might be able to relate on different levels. Because I even asked the class, I said, how many has been affected by violence?
Mhm.
The girl spoke up. She said, all of us have. That like blew me away. I was like, wow.
That's
I mean, I
crazy.
knew it, but to actually hear,
It's
like,
sad, but
it
it's
is, but it's
true.
so
Like
true. It's
it's
like,
true.
who hasn't been affected by violence almost should be the question now, because it's a
For real.
minority.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, even for me, my brother was killed, murdered in '96 when I was 19.
Mm.
I don't even talk about that. I don't even have that part of my story.
Mm.
And so I'm
You should.
realizing now why. And you're right, I should. It's almost like you said, you kind of put things off and you don't deal with it or you
Mhm.
don't think about it.
Yeah.
You become numb to it. But
Mhm.
now that I'm starting to get around different crowds of people, it's like, okay, I need you know, I need to talk about that because
Mhm.
I was affected by violence.
Mhm.
And the guy got away. He pled self defense, and
Yeah.
because they said that he was, and the
Yeah.
whole the detective came over was an asshole. Like it's just I've experienced it, but I never talked about it.
Mhm.
So you had by you being able to do it and being around other people, it's like okay, you need to do that.
Yeah. But that's I ain't gonna lie. Like that's something that I had to realize. Like the thing that makes us all different, but the same in the same sense is that not like how tall we are and race, nationality, nothing. It's our story, what we've been
Mm-hmm.
through, our journey. Like
Mm-hmm.
because we got different stories, but a lot of the times it's the same things that's going
Yeah.
on, and that's what I learned by going through all of this and becoming an entrepreneur. This has been the most learning I've ever learned since probably even being in school. It's taught me more
Oh,
than being an
absolutely.
entrepreneur. Taught me more than that because
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's what make you you. That's
Mm-hmm.
what make you people mess with you. That's what
Yep.
makes you different, and also people can relate to you because it's your
Mm-hmm.
story that people want to know, not the glitz and glamour. The oh yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
got this, you did that. I
Yeah.
want to know the bad. I want to
Right.
know your pain because that's gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
me
That
who
part.
you really are.
Yeah.
Like your pain is either your power or it's your kryptonite.
Mm.
Which
Yep.
one is gonna be for you? Like my pain is my power. So when I talk to
Mm-hmm.
people, I want to hear, yeah, you doing good. I like that, but I want to hear like what if you went through,
Mm-hmm.
like what if you, where's the darkest time you was at? Because that's
Yeah.
gonna tell me what I need to know about you. Because your character come out in those moments
Oh,
where
yes, they do.
you going through stuff and you
Mm-hmm.
don't know where you gonna make it
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, or you don't know if you're gonna live, or if you losing somebody. Like that's gonna tell me who you really are. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wanna talk to people about,
Yep.
not just all the good stuff. There's too many people out here faking it like
Yeah.
life is all roses and
Yeah.
dandelions. It ain't
No. And that's
none of
what.
that all the
And that's
time.
yeah. That's another reason why I chose this platform to be able to show people that side.
Mhm.
The dark side, the pain, the struggle, because that all goes with your story and
Mhm.
telling your story. And like you've never told your story. And when
Nah.
we've talked, I'm like, people are going to rock with you because of your story, like you had said earlier.
Mhm.
Knowing what's behind Trench Hearted,
Mhm.
like what's the meaning, and they're gonna be like, oh shit, I relate to that a hundred
Nah, for
percent.
real.
Like I
Blood,
need to
sweat, and
rock that
tears,
wear.
and
Like I
yeah.
need to wear that.
Mhm.
And your designs reflect that.
Mhm.
Like I told you, showed my daughter and her friend your Instagram, and they was like, "Does he do ambassadors like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that one hoodie that you make?" They were like, "We will definitely rock that."
Yeah.
So and then when I was telling them a little bit about your story, they was like, "Oh, damn, that's dope," because you are going to be able to relate, and
Yeah.
it's your generation that is going to be able to help the ones that are coming up.
Right. But that's what I do it for. Like I love hearing that when people give me feedback. Like yeah, that's because that's what I do it for. Like I do
Mhm.
it for that type of crowd. Like
Yeah.
my audience is I got something for everybody in all age ranges from little to older people, but
Mhm.
my target audience is people my age. It ain't really an age limits too. It's really what you've been through. Like I said,
That
like
part.
because you
Yeah.
can be 50, 60-year-old war vet and lost people and have
Yes.
PTSD and been through all this and came back and not had a job and been shunned and all of
No,
this,
absolutely.
and you can identify with Trench Harder because you still
Mhm.
had a struggle. That's what
Mhm.
it's about. You feel me? So it's more so about like like when I get those, oh man, I like that. Like that's
Mhm.
you feel me? Because I never really, like you said, I never told my story
Mhm.
until now. Like until
Mhm.
having a clothing brand, starting that, it made me have to get out there and tell like, hey, I've been through this and this happened.
Mhm.
This why it's called this and this why this design say this on the back.
Mhm.
So when people I go out to events and pop up shops or I'm wearing something, they be like, what's that? And they be like, oh,
Mhm.
and I tell them the story behind it. That's what makes them want to wear it. Cause it's like,
Yep.
oh, bro, I need that. Like, that's
Mhm.
hard. So, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
past the just, I like the way it looked.
Yeah,
I
it
want to,
means something.
exactly. Like, like when you go and you look at the best clothing brands, like when you go to Gucci or Louis, you really, you paying that money for the experience. You
Mhm.
paying that money for how it makes you feel when you
Mhm.
put that on. Like I know if I go to the Gucci store and I spend 1,200 on a shirt, which is ridiculous, but people gonna spend that because you going in there. Why? It smell nice. People dress nice. It's
Mhm.
the atmosphere. When you come out there with that Gucci bag, it's a symbol like, okay, I'm
Mhm.
doing something right. I can
Mhm.
afford this. People gonna be
Yeah.
like, okay, it's a status symbol. So my brand, it ain't really a luxurious brand yet, but I want it to be affordable, but I also want it to be to where it has you feel good behind. I
Mhm.
spent this $50 for this shirt, or I spent this 60, 70, $100 for this tracksuit, but it give you the feeling when you put it on, like, oh man, bro, I've been through something. When somebody
Yeah.
read this on it, they gonna be, oh damn, like
Mhm.
That's
And well,
hard.
it
Like,
should become a status.
yeah, to where it's
Like
like
it's.
where it's a status symbol now because it's like
Mhm.
when you get this, I mean, okay, I like high quality streetwear, and I actually been through something. I don't want to just wear something that got a slogan on it. I want
Right.
my slogan to actually say something and
Mhm.
means something that I stand on and stand behind, not just
Absolutely.
a logo that I don't know where it came from and
Right,
who's
like Gucci. Who
behind
where
it.
that? Who is the person, and
Right,
what did
right.
he ever experience anything? Or
Yeah,
we
you
just
can't
throwing
go
our
talk
money?
to Gucci or
Right.
Louis. You can't look their story up about it. You
Mm-mm.
can't look none of that. Not, but
Mm-mm.
me, you're gonna be able to talk to me and be
Yeah.
like, okay, he went through this and he's sharing his story enough. I mean, he's allowing people to come into this world so we
Mhm.
know who he is and what he's been through and what they stand for. And I
Yep.
feel like that's what's gonna make me different from a lot of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love it. I love what you're doing, like I said, and I know I already told you we're gonna be working on some stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
for
I said,
sure.
about the community center, and there needs to be a community center that's run by you guys, like it's
Hmm.
run by the young people.
Nah,
Like,
for sure.
y'all don't need us coming in here telling you how, like, you have your own ideas, and for us to, and I say us meaning our generation, because I'm not like that. But providing a space where say, okay, here, y'all, create it, do what you need to do with
Right.
it, and not have that, oh, well, you can't do that, or don't put
Yeah.
that on that shirt because
Yeah.
that might be, make, no, no,
Hmm.
don't take all of that away. Just
Yeah, it's
allow
freedom of
it to
speech. Why
be,
you gonna tell
allow
somebody?
it to
Yeah.
flow.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's like we talked about before. That's something I
Hmm.
want to invest into later on down the line, or
Hmm.
whenever I really possibly can, because I don't always take funds and
Yeah,
a
no,
status. You can start wherever you at, but
absolutely.
that's something that help the community. And I feel like it ain't enough of out here. That's why we
Mm-mm.
got all of the stuff going on out here that we do, because
Hmm.
we don't have no outlets for people to know. Like, hey, if I would have knew that I could have started a clothing brand and been a business owner, entrepreneur at the age I am, 24, when I got out of high school, I would have been did that. Like, I was on all the wrong stuff when I was
Hmm.
coming out of high school and before that, because that's all I was exposed to. That's all I
That
knew.
part,
Everybody
yep.
that had money where I'm from do one or two things.
Yeah,
Like, so it ain't really much you aspiring to be. You aspiring to be
absolutely.
like them. But if I knew I could have did this and worked on my credit and all that, and I ain't had to do all that, man, I
Yeah.
would have took this route a long time ago.
Yep. And so you are an example of those 18, 19-year-olds that, are at that where they may not want to go to
No,
college.
for real, because
And
it ain't for
they're,
everybody.
no, and they're, so, okay, I know how to make money by selling weed or, being in the streets, but
Hmm.
what's my other alternative? Or I do
Exactly.
want to start a clothing line, but can I really do it? But
Hmm.
when they see you've done it,
Exactly.
okay, I can do it.
Exactly,
Like
because
there's
that's
there's
how I thought
no,
about.
that's taken off the table.
I didn't know that was a possibility. I thought clothing brand you had to be Gucci or somebody
Right.
like that to try
Yep.
to do that. But it's like you can do people. You look around in the world, somebody's making money off of every product that there is. So it's
Mhm.
like you don't even have to be a clothing brand owner. Just know
Mhm.
that you can build a business off of whatever you passionate about, and let
Absolutely.
that be your calling, and that's how you sustain yourself and who you care for.
Mhm. Yep.
That's the key to it, for real. Like, it ain't
No.
gotta be about all that. Like, a lot. And then, like you said, a lot of people like, I'm selling weed. I'm doing this, but I don't know
Mhm.
what else steps to take. Like,
Yeah.
nobody teaching us that.
No, it's like,
Nobody's showing us that. So
yep.
that's why we in the prisons more than we in the colleges or
Mhm.
in boardrooms or
Mhm.
doing stuff for our communities, because we
Yep.
don't have no direction or guidance. So
Because I feel like the programs and the way society is set up is not designed for you guys at
no,
all.
it's designed to keep us workers. It's designed
Yeah.
to keep us broke. It's designed,
Mhm.
like, that's why you said in school they don't teach you about
Mhm.
entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
Like, you might hear the word entrepreneur in school one time, and it's because
Yeah.
you had it on the spelling bee test,
Right.
and you don't even know, like,
I can spell it, but I don't know
yeah,
what the hell it
you know the
is.
definition of it maybe if you really was paying attention, but if you
Right.
don't know what that is for real, your teacher
Yeah.
that's teaching you is ain't an
Right.
entrepreneur. So how
Yeah.
can they teach you about it? So it's
No,
like
you're
you
right.
don't even know about credit. Like, I
Mhm.
literally had what when I was in high school, I had one teacher,
Mm.
literally one teacher, and he sat down and had a whole class dedicated to credit.
Nice.
And literally, because he said y'all need to know this, and
Mhm.
they not teaching y'all this, but I'm gonna do one class, and I can't do a whole curriculum because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Right, and
But
that's crazy. I'm gonna get in
right,
trouble for
like,
trying to teach y'all how to live your life when you get out of high
because
school.
they trying to make you be workers. Like,
Yep.
even if you look at it, they took cursive out. How you gonna
Yep.
sign your signature on something?
Right.
Like, they
Literally.
making you want to have, you gotta go get a job. You
Yeah.
go to college, be a good worker. That's what they
Mhm.
want you to do. College is for people who know what they want to do.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know what you want to do, college ain't for you, because you're gonna
Nope.
get to college, you're gonna waste money.
That part. Yep.
And that's why people drop out their majors. It's
Mhm.
like come on, like, you spending tens of thousands of dollars a year to
Mhm.
go learn something that you're not even gonna use. You're
Mhm.
not even gonna make money in that field.
Right.
And if you are making money in that field,
Are you happy?
are you happy about it?
That part, yeah.
You
I'd
feel
rather be
me?
happy and not make no money. Like I
Exactly.
literally would do this for free
Exactly.
because I know it's just what I need to do. Just like you, we gotta eat. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
don't
for
get it
sure.
twisted. Like I need,
No,
I
for
need some
sure.
money,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
you know, but because you love it, like you literally would.
I do it for free.
Yeah.
And then when I get to the point, because it's like I ain't gonna lie, starting a business, being a business owner, you're gonna be a period where you're doing it for free.
Absolutely.
Like you're not gonna come and be Jeff Bezos
Mm-mm.
in the first year of business. You're gonna have to invest more money than you're gonna make.
Yep.
So if you're getting in business to try to get rich quick, don't do it.
Yeah.
It ain't for you. Go get a job. You better off working at Wendy's, saving your money up doing that than trying to start a business, because you're gonna have to invest blood, sweat, time, and money into this. Like it ain't nothing that's just gonna pop like that, you know?
It never does.
Exactly.
And if it does, those businesses, usually the ones that come quickly, they go quickly.
Exactly. Because they don't even have the infrastructure, or they don't have the know or experience to keep that level of, you know, occupancy out. Like they don't know how. Like look at Hillstar. Like literally, that's a clothing brand that's made $2 million in 2 days. Like, but now they talking about they beefing with Shopify because Shopify is going too slow and they having too many orders and all of that. Like,
but you put all your eggs in one basket because that's all you knew. If you would have, like you said, slowed down and maybe looked at other options, then that might not have happened.
Which not to say they're not doing good, but it's just like the problems that you see that Gucci don't have, they haven't. Somebody that's doing a clothing brand that's doing that amount of numbers a month or a year, they're not having those problems because they already got the systems in place to handle that. When you just get a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of anything, you're gonna fumble it because you don't know what to do with it.
Yep.
Like they give you $1 million, $100 million right now. I know if they give me $100 million right now, I'm not gonna know what to do with it.
No, absolutely. Like I saw on TikTok the other day, the guy says, "You want to be a millionaire, but do you even understand money?"
No.
I was like, damn.
Most people don't.
No. Because like you said, tomorrow's going to be fucking gone because I don't know what the fuck to do with this. So
Nah,
I'm just going to do what I know and what I've been taught, which is not accurate.
Exactly. And even if you do, like, if you don't spend it, none of that, it's still going to, it's decreasing every day. Inflation goes up. So you got $1 million today. It ain't going to be $1 million in 10 years. Like, it used to be $25 for a bag of chips. Now it's $1 dang near.
I swear, like when you spend $100, I feel like I've been spent $1.
For real, it ain't nothing.
Like it's
$100 go like
$1,
this.
yes.
For real, like gas is to fill up your car. It takes already $50 a dang near. So that's already half of your 100 gone. Like then the other half is gonna go to food or whatever else. So like it's like people don't know how money works. Like you said, like money is a cycle. You gotta put it out to keep it coming back in. And a lot of people don't know that. That's why they say. People say you save your money. You ain't gonna be able to save enough money in your lifetime to get where you want to be at, bro. No. Like unless you making $100 million a year and you can save $50 million, like bro, you're not finna make what you think to be able to go to Turks and Caicos and buy yourself this Benz and live in this big house. That ain't finna happen. You gotta save money to invest into something to make you more money. Make your money make work for you.
Yes,
you don't supposed to work for money, and a lot of people don't know that.
No, you're right.
They teach us. Go to school to work for money.
Linear income is time for money, money for time. So like we're not taught that leverage income.
Nah, for real.
We're not taught the residual income. Like, and that's huge right now. Because I know I probably won't have Social Security. I know y'all definitely not gonna have Social Security. The way this world's going, it's not even gonna be. It's not.
Yeah, that's not even something I'm shooting for. But you got people that come out and be like, I want to have Social Security check when I get. What? And you saving for pensions. Like yeah, man, I'm cool. Like they about to tax the heck out of that money. You ain't finna get nothing that you think you finna get, and then by the time you do get that money, cost of living is gonna be exponentially higher than what it is right now.
Absolutely.
So that ain't gonna amount to nothing. That's why you got 60, 70, 80-year-old people out here in the workforce, knowing that they not supposed to be working. Like
not supposed to be.
And they wonder why their life is they don't like their life. It's because you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you was younger. But you can't blame a lot of them for it.
No, it's all about being knowledge and education, you know. And you guys, your age group, like y'all, like, oh no, we about to do this different. I don't care how the fuck you feel about it. Like y'all are. I look at my daughter; she's 18, and I'm just like, you all don't take no bullshit, like none at all, like. And I love that.
But that's needed though.
But it's almost like to the older generation, it's almost like
it's scary to them.
It is. It's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, but that's why you got the dysfunction, because they done made us like really hate each other. Like the older people don't like the younger people. Yeah. Younger people don't like old people.
Right.
So it's kind of like you ain't gonna
Because
learn
I
what you
feel
need to learn as a young dude or a young person in general because you're not getting the wisdom from the older people to tell you.
but the older people judge the
They
younger
judge
ones.
the heck
Yeah,
out of you, just like
absolutely.
vice versa. We judge them too, but we don't really know like they cool for real. Like you ain't never really sat down and talked to or whoever he is, the old dude on your street who you despise. You ain't talked to him for 30 minutes an hour. You probably would have got some knowledge, but because he tell you get off his line or he just don't talk to y'all because y'all be hooping and hollering doing all this, then you think like, oh, dude, like
no, for real.
but it's a lot of knowledge in them people. You know, that's what I had to realize. Like I ain't gonna lie, like going through all the stuff I went through made me appreciate life and time more because I started to realize what's my most valuable asset that I have, my time. Like everybody on this world, don't matter if you're a billionaire, if you broke, if you got time, you're rich. You got your 24 hours in a day, you're rich because you can. We all got the same 24. Once your time gone, you can't get that back, no matter how much money you spend.
Not at all.
So it's like what you do with your time is the difference between why you're broke or why you're not rich or where you want to be.
Look at you spitting that,
for real.
That knowledge. I hope y'all paying attention.
Nah, I had to really learn that for real though, like, cause it's a lot of people like they like me. That's why I wanted to do this, bro. Cause it's like I was just like them. Like I woke up in that hospital. You feel me? Think about my life, just contemplating over why my life had been going down the drain slowly but surely, and it felt like I had no control. It's because I was blaming everybody else. I was blaming my environment. I was blaming my friends. I was blaming the dude who tried to play me and I had to go do this. Or,
no, absolutely.
You feel me? I'm blaming everything, but the person I should have been blaming and pointing the finger at is myself. Because it don't matter what family you came from, what you didn't have growing up, what you don't know. It's up to you to learn it. Because can't nobody stop you but you. Once you stop playing victim and pointing fingers and realize, hey, it's me. I took accountability for everything. I took accountability for being shot. I took accountability for you losing all the people I lost. Even though that stuff wasn't my fault, I made it my fault because I'm like, bro, that ain't helping me blaming somebody, looking for somebody else to blame. Like, I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. You feel me? I should have did the opposite. I should have put my time in other places. So if I did, I wouldn't have been in that situation. So when I started figuring out I was the reason for why my life was the way it was, I couldn't get mad at nobody.
You realize that you have, just with what you just said, like most adults, 50
don't even know.
Will never ever admit or show accountability.
No.
And that is huge.
But that's when life changed for you. Like all the people who life changes for is the people who realize they take accountability.
You can't change what other people are gonna do.
Yeah.
You can only change yourself and how you respond to it and how you
God
move.
try to show everybody, like, if you in the streets or you doing something bad, something gonna happen. Like you get that little feeling like, damn, bro, should I be really doing this? And then you go do it and then something happens that wasn't supposed to happen, or it don't go the way you thought it was gonna go.
That's funny you say that. So my daughter's friend, they're like brother and sister, and his mom lives in Vegas and his dad's here, but they're not. So he actually is staying at my house. He's 19 and he's made some bad decisions, but you know, I took him today to help fill out paperwork for him to get a job. But last night, some friends of his they was about to go to Terre Haute and do some stuff. I'm like, I'm not asking no questions. But be safe and make good decisions. That's all I can say.
Nah, for real.
And so he was like 10 minutes and he came back. And I was like, is everything okay? He was like, nope, they don't have a license plate on the car. And they got some shit in the car and they on some bullshit.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I said, I'm so proud of you because you could have thought like, okay, I got to make this money or I got to do this. So you could have put yourself in a situation, but you listened to yourself. And you was like, you know what? I'm not about to do that.
Yeah, and you know something, like, really, I had to realize, like, because growing up, people would make you feel like when you do stuff like that, you lame, or you like, you a peon, or you this or you that. But them is the real people.
No,
like them the real people. The people who can see the crowd doing all this, and you know what your niggas is doing something that you aren't really supposed to be doing, or hey, this got a recipe for disaster, and you like, cause I used to be like that. I'm loyal, bro. I'm about to ride till the wheels fall off. We all go out. We go. I'm like, bro, cause I'm telling y'all, bro, like, go, nah, bro, this is stupid, folks. Like, why are we doing this, folks? We need to be doing this, or at least we gonna do it. Let's do it this way and not this.
Right. Like, be smart about it.
They ain't smart about it, so it's like, I went and did it, so I can't be mad at what happened. Right. I can't look at y'all and be like, oh, y'all wrong. I gotta take that, bro. But I learned so many times from getting in situations like, bro, I'm not gonna do that, bro. It ain't about being loyal. It ain't about none of that, because it's a thin line between being loyal and being stupid. Like, bro,
No.
Loyalty ain't doing everything you want me to do, bro. Loyalty
No.
is having your best interest at heart and telling you when you being retarded.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not that, because they could try to cancel.
Yeah, I know. It's
but yeah, whether you being stupid or not,
Mhm.
you feel me? Like that's what I figured out about. Like that's what loyalty is. You feel me?
Mhm.
That's what makes you the person I want on my team. I don't want a yes man. I want somebody who's gonna tell me, hey, Chase, hey, you tripping, bro?
You're right, like
you feel me?
You
Like
want some bullshit?
tighten
I ain't
up, bro.
fucking with you right
For
now.
real, bro. I'm not messing with
Get
you.
your
You need to
shit
tighten
right.
up. You need to get your shit together, bro. Like I'm not gonna be mad at you like for that, like, cause that's the type of person I am. I'm mad at you if you don't tell me. Like
I respect you more.
yeah, like I'm gonna
you calling me out on my shit. Like I need people around me
that
like
show me
that.
you love me and you're not scared of me, or you just not scared to say anything. Like I don't need nobody like that around me. You gotta tell me by myself. I know I'm gonna tell you. You know, and if you can't be able to tell somebody or have a disagreement and we not come back like this, then you don't love me for real.
Yeah, no,
you
for
feel
real.
me? We ain't for each other. I see you ain't built like how I'm built. And that's what I just learned. Like there's a lot of different people in this world. Some people not gonna be cut from the cloth you is.
Yeah.
Hey, but you learn something from that. Everybody come in your life, you learn something from. Some people was here for a reason, season, a lifetime. That's what my mom told me. So, and that rang true to this day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like even last week, he says they went to this party and he was like, my heart started racing and I felt like it was a setup. And he was like, we got to go.
That's your intuition.
And I was like,
please
continue to listen to that. Like, don't ever let that go.
For real, cause it ain't about like, you ain't me. Nah, bro, I just know where this going. You ain't been through what I've been through. You ain't seen what I've seen. You don't know how this play out, bro. I do. So if I know how the movie finna end, why would I not take another route? You feel me? Like that's stupidity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results is insanity. Like
it is, insane. And we be insane every day.
For real, delusional, insane people. Day. But that's the cycle we in, though. Like you can't tell an ignorant person nothing. Like so, if you ignorant, you gonna stay ignorant until you come up out of that.
Yep.
So and then once you do, you be like, bro, I was so stupid.
No, for real.
You feel me?
Like, all right, I was just waiting for you to.
But that's God. That's life. That's what life is about. That's the beauty of it. A lot of people be mad about it, but like, why be mad? Just be happy, bro. Be happy you still here, bro. God showed you something. He brought you through that. Why sit here dwelling on the past and what you lost and what you ain't got? Go get it. You feel me? You got now. Don't waste your time. That's how I look at it. So that's why I started this brand. That's why I go so hard with this brand. That's why I know I'm gonna be somewhere in the coming years, and a lot of people gonna mess with it, and it's gonna be one of the biggest brands out.
I love it, and I believe it. I believe it. You gonna do it. Yep, you're definitely gonna do it.
And that mean the world too. When I hear people you tell me that, like,
I see it in you. Absolutely. So where do you see yourself in about a year or so?
In about a year, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I see myself. I don't really put no limitations or staturements or time limits on it because everything gonna happen in God's time. But I know in a year from now, I'm gonna be further ahead. So in a year from now, just to answer your question, I'm gonna be more. I'm gonna have more systems in place to make my business run more successful. I'm gonna have better quality and better quantity of designs dropping more frequently and consistently. I'm gonna be able to help because I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about doing this thing for a long time to where I just want to get like 100, 200 shirts made and just go pass them out to like homeless people or like just people in need or kids or whatever. Just around the city, but really homeless people because I feel like they really in need of clothes and just stuff more than anybody else, even a little kid because they at least got their parents. Homeless people, you can't judge people. So I want to just do that and just give back. That's something I want to do. So eventually, in long term, 10 years plus, I want to just be having a big company. Everybody's worldwide. Everybody knows about it, and I want to be able to help give back to my community and the other people who need help, and just show and teach people like, hey, you can do this. This is how you do it. Because everybody tell you, hey, go do that. Go to college. Go start a business. Go do this. Don't go sell drugs. Don't go rob people. Don't go kill, da da da. But they ain't telling you what to do. Like, they ain't giving you a game plan, bro. They just expecting you to figure it out on your own and just telling you what not to do. Don't just tell me what not to do. Tell me what to do then.
That part. With a plan.
Right,
exactly. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 steps.
Exactly. If you gonna tell me what not to do, have a solution for me at least.
That part.
And that's what I want to do. Like, I want to be able not to just tell, hey, bro, don't go do that, bro. Don't go, you feel me? Because I know.
Right, and now that you say that, I think that's what all people do. Like,
for real.
Even the way the systems are set up on, like, when the political people, well, y'all shouldn't be doing this, y'all shouldn't be doing that. Okay, well, then what's the alternative?
You saying that from your penthouse or mansion, wherever you is. Like, come on, bro.
What's the alternative?
Come to the hood, live here for a year, 2 years, and then say that. Then tell these people that don't sell drugs. Then tell these people to don't go rob to feed their family. You're not gonna be able to say that.
Yep.
You feel
Because
me?
it all stems around money.
Exactly.
That's why people do the
Exactly.
violence. That's why it's that way, is because of money.
Yeah.
If you saw that, if
I wouldn't even
everybody could
say
equally,
I wouldn't say money because
okay,
I say opportunity and knowledge because money is a byproduct of the opportunities
you're
and
right.
knowledge that you have. It's people idolize money so much, but
Yeah,
they don't
you're right.
realize
It's
like, bro,
opportunity.
money is a byproduct of what you put your energy into in life. So if you put your energy into something good, that's a service that can help other people, you're gonna be wealthy.
Yeah.
But if you put your energy into just taking and never trying to help others, then you're gonna be broke and you're not gonna have anything. Because money follows people who help other people, who give
You're right.
solutions to the world.
Okay, see, y'all, he just schooled me on that. Like, I'm 45, he's 24. And he said, no, it's not about money, it's about the opportunity.
For real.
So this is an example of how generations can talk and work
Exactly, and
together
learn.
and learn from each other.
And learn for real.
Because you have a different perspective based on your experiences and how you perceive life. Everything is always about a perception. It's nothing is really right or wrong.
No, for real.
It's just how you view that. And
No,
so I
for real.
feel like we get so stuck on what's right and wrong instead of, you know what, I didn't even look at it from that perspective.
No.
But as you explained it, that makes sense. It's all about the opportunity.
It is, because like I ain't gonna lie, like even though I was in the hood and I ain't have all the shiny new stuff because I had a mother who was a single mother trying to, provide for two twin boys.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my own money. Like I had got out here at 15 years old, getting a job, doing whatever I had to do, selling weed, whatever, to make money. So I didn't have, like, if I probably added up all the money, I probably would have touched $100,000 million by now.
Right.
But it was just I didn't have the knowledge to know what to do with that money. You feel me? So it was like, okay, I made X amount of dollars. What do I do? Like go grab a pack and then flip that again. After I flip so many packs, what do I invest to after that to clean my money? I don't know. You feel me? Like, and then I'm young, so I'm spending on top of doing whatever else I'm doing. So it's like you don't know you don't have the opportunity or the knowledge, or you got the opportunity, you got the money, but you don't have the knowledge to know what to do with it. Or some people just don't have the opportunity. You feel me? So it's like, it's kind of both of those, they in tandem, but it's just the money a byproduct of both of that. So once I learned, like, hey, get the money, save half of it, you feel me? Live off of 25, 30%, invest 20%, and then do this. Like live on the bare minimum and only buy things and invest in things that make you more money. And that's when the light bulb went off and I started succeeding and taking steps. Like every time before then, I have a knot or some money, and then I spend it, mess it off, fuck it off, just whatever, and it's gone. Now I'm right back in the spot, like, damn, bro, I need.
But that just shows you how easily money can come and how
easily
it can go. So even if it's gone, don't have that scarcity mindset that you're never gonna get it again.
Know that that's a lesson. Realize where you messed up at and where you need to make adjustments to, because like you said, money come and go. Like money ain't meant to sit in your bank account and you have a whole stockpile of it. It's meant for you to, hey, you got this much, put most of that into this. That might be gone for a minute. You living off of this, but eventually that money gonna work and bring you back more money. But people don't have patience or the knowledge and mindset to be able to know that and see it out to the end, because they won't. Right now, everybody, when you in survival, and this is the thing, like about being in the hood, a lot of us is in survival mode. Like we worried about where the next meal coming from. We worried about we gotta pay the rent and the light bill and our gas getting cut off or the water because we ain't got enough to pay all of them. You feel me? So it's like when you in that mindset, you can't think down the line. You thinking like, okay, you thinking day to day. And it's cool to think day to day because you don't know if you're not gonna have tomorrow or whatever. But you got to be able to come up out of that day-to-day mindset thinking. Think about today, but also think about the coming days if God give you those. And realize it ain't always just about right now. It is, but if God, long as God putting you here blowing breath in your body, you got a plan for the future. And that's a lot of people don't realize. And that's why it's a lot of poverty, it's a lot of violence, all of that, because people don't know. We just don't know. And then we scared to help each other because we scared of each other. They making us hate each other. Like, come on, like, why we can't just talk? And you teach me something. Why I gotta gatekeep everything and feel like it ain't enough money in this for all of us? Like, it's too much hate. It ain't enough love, joy spreading around. Like everybody out for self now. Ain't nobody out really trying to help their fellow man. You feel me? So.
No, I agree. So where can they find you at to follow you?
Well,
watch your story unfold.
You can follow me on Instagram at Trench.Harted. Trench is spelled Trench.Harted. So Harted is spelled a little different. So and they can find me at on TikTok at the same thing, Facebook too, and trenchhearted.shop. So trenchhearted.shop, that's the official website. You can go in there on there and put your SMS, email, or phone number in, and you can get percents off and just keep stay in touch with when we dropping and all of that.
Yeah,
So
I
hit me
love
up on
it.
all those and
I love
everything.
it. Thank you. This
Thank
has
you.
been good. I can't wait to have you back.
Thank you. I can't wait to come back, and I can't
Yes.
wait to just do more stuff with you, period, because I'm
I,
learning a lot from you, just like you learning from
no,
me. So
you're just so dope. Like I'm so excited we met and we continue to keep that, and the relationship is just gonna continue to go and to flourish. And
I
I'm
will.
here for it. I'm here to support you with whatever you need. Um, Glad you got connected with Legal Shield so that they can help
Thank
you
you.
set
Thanks to
things
you.
up.
Thanks to you.
And that was the easy process,
Mm-hmm. No,
So
it was.
I encourage y'all, you're gonna go online and they're gonna try to get you to spend hundreds of dollars,
Nah, you
but you
don't
don't have
need
to
all
do
that. You
that.
don't need
Like,
all that.
but you do need to have a lawyer to
Yes.
be able to ask. And
Yes.
how easy was it?
It was easy. It just
Yep.
literally she sent me the information. I signed up, paid for my membership, and then got on the phone with my lawyer. Literally, it was Friday, Saturday we did that, so Monday.
Yeah.
And I had everything set up to help me set up my LLC and all of that. So we good. Everything is ready to
Yeah.
go. So
I love that.
and
And
I'm
it's
gonna give you your flowers too. Just want to let you know, keep doing what you're doing and keep touching the people that you're touching because you are most definitely a genuine person
thank
to
you.
learn from. So everybody, if you meet Melissa, she the goat. She G1 man. She
Thank
good. You ain't
I
gotta worry about
appreciate
nothing, man.
I love it. I love it.
I'm
I
good.
appreciate you. So this has been Our Generation with Melissa Shaw, and please follow his story because I definitely see some things coming from him, and I'm
Thank
excited to watch it. So we are out.